So who are these people, right? And I was on an expedition in 2012, and I happened to be in Papua New Guinea.
Ash, I watched the first two movies, and when I was sitting in the theater, I put my glasses on, and I felt like Jake Sully in the first movie when he's going back to Pandora, because I felt like I was back in Pandora. You put me right there again. And this time we get introduced to the Ash people. And that challenges our understanding of the Na'vi a little bit, because what inspired...
Complexity, what a concept.
Hey, right? What inspired you to create a clan shaped by trauma and rage instead of harmony? And what did that allow you to explore in the larger mythology of Pandora?
I started from the premise that Neytiri was going to be this wounded creature from the loss of her eldest son, from that family tragedy. And it takes her down a hateful path. And I thought, all right, what if I took that and writ that large as an entire culture that has been traumatized and has gone down a hateful path as well, so that we see where it could lead for her if she cannot rescue herself or those around her rescue her. And of course, we love Neytiri. I think we've seen historically that she's the character that people are the most fascinated by. They like everybody, and Jake's the kind of the center. He's the rock at the center of the whole thing. But she's extraordinary. And so we don't want to see her fall, you know. And so this group that has fallen from grace, that are the apostate Na'vi, and they do challenge our understanding of the Na'vi, because the Na'vi are, they're in balance with their environment. They have this kind of very, this harmony with nature, spiritual belief system based on what they call the Great Balance, and the Great Balance is mediated by their deity Ewa, and Ewa is a real thing in this story. She exists as a planetary sentience that exists in the kind of biosphere of the planet. Well, what happens if Ewa abandons you? What happens if your mother abandons you? Do you think a child would process it that, oh, mom couldn't do anything? No, you just feel abandoned, right? And so, so that took me down the path of, all right, so who are these people, right? And I was on an expedition in 2012, and I happened to be in Papua New Guinea in the town of Rabaul. And Rabaul, there had been a volcano that erupted and buried the whole city. Wow. Not a big city. I think it was, I don't know, 15,000 people, something like that. And they all had to move. Wow. A few people died, but mostly they had to move. But their city was buried by ash, like Pompeii, right? And I saw these kids out playing in these ash fields, and just the way the dust blew. We shot them in slow motion for the film, and it's like there was actually a hopefulness to that, because they didn't. The destruction was lost on them, because it was but the prior generation